Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? We had a really good evening last night, if you watched the video. That was my daughter in the very beginning of the video. A few people were wondering who that was. That was my daughter. And that was my wife later in the video, too. So we announced the new DAP challenge that we will be announcing. We'll have the white paper together and we'll be able to announce more about it later this week. But I just wanted to introduce it the other night up in the place where we're at. We had a really nice night that night, and we wanted to introduce it that night. So it's the DAP has been talked about. We've been working on this for a while. Somebody said in the video, "Oh, you've been planning this all along." Yes, I have. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about how we were going to build something on EOS. EOS to me wasn't just something to stand back and watch from a distance. It was something to actually participate in. And that's why I've talked about it so much, because I'm intrigued with the platform. And I'm going to tell you why I'm intrigued with it in a little bit. But yes, we will be building something. We'll be making more announcements on it. We'll be including as many people as we can include. There has to be a date where you take a snapshot of the wallets, or actually the accounts. And then you have to make a decision on what wallets you decide to airdrop to. So you could exclude wallets that have less than 100 tokens, or you can include everybody. We're going to try to include as many people as we can. I want to have everybody in this. I want everybody to be able to participate in this, because that's my belief. I believe in airdrops, and I believe in the value of the process of the airdrop, and I want to include as many people as I can. So that's what we're working on right now. We're working on what it's going to cost to do that as far as the RAM is concerned, and how we're going to do that. But I will let you know the date of when we'll do the airdrop, so everybody will know precisely that date. And if you own EOS on that date, you will get a free challenge token. It'll be a free challenge token. And I just want to, give some context to what's going on here as far as EOS is concerned, and as far as this ability to receive airdrops. I was calculating this afternoon that if you had 100 EOS, which is approximately $1,000 right now, which the price is about $10. So you had 1,000 EOS, or 1,000 or 100 EOS, $1,000. And this year, let's just say, for a matter of making some sort of an argument, saying that you have, we have, there's 500 airdrops on this platform. Could be more, could be less. 500 airdrops. Could be 1,000, could be 100. I don't know. I mean, I think right now we're probably about 30 or 40. And I will talk more about each and every airdrop, because when I focus strictly on this platform, I will talk about EOS as a token, as a platform, and also EOS as things being built on it. And you will be kept up to date on what I'm doing with the challenge token. Every night I will make a video. That's my pledge to you, to make a video every night. It may not be a great video, because sometimes I'm going to be traveling, sometimes I might be in other areas, but I will make a video and keep you up to date, because that's what I want to do. I want to keep people up to date, because I want them to follow the process. I want the process to be fully understood. I want everybody to follow it and know what's going on, and I want them to see it. I want them to be available, not to be available. I want myself to be available, so I can be there to explain it and talk about it. And I'm always try to make sure I talk to people as much as I can. Last night I got a little overwhelmed with the amount of comments, and then also the people that were messaging me. So I apologize for that. I'm going to try to catch up tonight after I get home with this video. But I'm going to try to catch up with everybody and keep you up to date what's going on. And I try to stay available, because these things are fun. Last night I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of fun in the future with this. We're going to have another party when EOS gets to $100. I believe the next party is I'm going to rent the big ballroom at the Del Coronado in San Diego. So when EOS is $100, like we had up at Pelican Hill in Newport Beach, when it's $100 a token, we're going to go down to San Diego, and we're going to rent out the big, the historic Del Coronado with the huge ballrooms. We're going to rent those out, and we're going to have another big party. And we will continue to have parties, because we're going to continue to be successful. And success brings celebration. That's what last night was about. It was about a celebration. And celebration will continue because this will be successful. The reason this is going to be successful is because of how great an idea this is, and how great a platform this is, and how this platform will scale to whatever it's challenged to do. Whatever this platform is challenged to do, it will meet that scalability. It will meet that challenge. Not that that's what the DApp's about, but this will meet the challenge. EOS will meet the challenge. I know that it will, because I've looked at this. And of course, we've looked at it from a technical point of view, and we've also looked at it from the way it's structured, and it will meet whatever's built on this platform. I believe the platform will scale to that. But let's just say, back to my example. You put $100, 100 EOS, $1,000. You get a few hundred airdrops. Let's say just say 500 airdrops for this example. Those airdrops, those 500 airdrops, let's just say they all make a penny. Let's just say they make a penny. They're all good enough to make a penny for the airdrop. You get one airdrop, so now you've gotten another $500. So you have 500 tokens for your 100 EOS that you have. You got another 500 tokens through airdrops this year. Each of them go to 1 penny. You got another $500. So at the end of the year, you got $1,500. $1,500, a 50% increase on a $1,000 investment. Not too bad. Twice as well as Warren Buffett did for his career, and he's the best investor of modern times. The very best. Look him up. He's the king of investing. He's had the best track record, best success, and that's why he's one of the richest men on the face of the earth, because of that 25%. So let's say you do 50% this year with EOS, and that's if the token doesn't improve in price. That's just based on the airdrops. And let's just say you do nothing better than that for the next 10 years. You just do 50% appreciation for the next 10 years. You should have somewhere around $140,000 after 10 years by just doing something like this. This is why I'm excited about this, and this is why this platform is so valuable. And EOS will scale to that kind of activity. EOS will scale to that kind of activity. Since it's Sunday night, and it's pretty boring out here tonight, I'll tell a little story time. My grandmother, my wife's grandmother, wonderful woman, had $40,000 in the 1960s that she had gotten when her husband passed away, and they had sold their home and had $40,000, a nice little chunk of change in the 1960s. And she had 8 grandchildren, of which my wife was one of her grandchildren. My wife thought throughout her life, she was always told by her grandmother, you're going to get a nice inheritance when I pass away. You're going to get $5,000. All the way through the 60s and 70s, $5,000. And at one time, probably in the 60s and early 60s, $5,000 would have bought a home in some cities in the Midwest. Maybe not a nice home, but it would have bought something. I remember from the area I'm from, I saw houses go for $5,000. I think you can buy a house right now in Detroit for $5,000. Maybe a nice house in Detroit. But anyway, $5,000. But my grandmother, my wife's grandmother, passed away in the 1990s, the late 1990s. By the time she had passed away, her 8 grandchildren, that each got $5,000 from my $40,000 investment, it was worth hardly anything. Certainly not enough to buy a home. Certainly not enough to do anything with. I think by the time we took the trip out to where she lived, a couple of times we spent way more than that just visiting her a few times, the $5,000. So the money became less and less valuable. Your money is becoming less and less valuable every day in this world. In this current structure, your money is becoming less and less and less valuable every single day. I don't need to tell you that. I didn't need to tell you the story about my wife's grandmother. You already know it. I don't need to explain it to anybody. You already know it. Everybody knows it. The other thing I just read on the internet is that the average couple is going to receive about $2,400 in Social Security in the United States when they retire. That's about $1,200 a month. About $1,200 a month. You know that too. You know what it's going to be like to live on $1,200 a month in the future. The current structure is failing. The current system is failing. the current way of trying to get out of the burden of making a living and making a way for yourself in this world is failing. You have to start thinking about other things and other ways to do this. This is what I like about these kinds of projects. These kind of projects are going to give you an opportunity to give yourself a better living, a better standard of living, a better way to live. This is the inevitable thing that people need to deal with. You have to make up your mind whether you want to join these communities or this community, the communities that are going to develop on EOS. The only way you're going to do that is you have to decide to make that decision. And I made the decision. That's why I'm involved. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I'm talking about it every night. I don't only made the decision, I'm talking about the decision. I'm happy to talk about the decision. I talk to anybody about the decision. Talk to anybody about what we're doing, what we're going to do, what we're going to do in the future. We're going to talk about it. I mean, I want to talk about it. I think it's a great idea. I'm not somebody that says, oh, I'm doing this and let's just hope it works out. In the meantime, I try to hide from as many people as I can hide. No, I'm very happy to talk to anybody about everything, because everything I've said so far has been just almost exactly the way it's happened. And I think in the future it'll continue to happen this way. I think the airdrops will come, the money will come, and the videos that I've been making will come true. They will come true, and they have come true so far. So I'm excited about what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the party at the Del Coronado in San Diego, California, when EOS gets to be $100 a token. I'm looking forward to it. I know where the party's going to be at, and I already know what we're going to do for the party, and I already know how the party's going to go happen. And I already know how many people are going to come to the party, and it's going to be a lot. I know how many people are going to be there. It's going to be a big, big, big party. These are exciting times, and this is really exciting stuff that we're going through right now. And thanks to people that are seeing the future, that understand that there needs to be a better way created for people to make a living in this world, people to get rewarded for everything they do. Not just a few people that get rewarded very well in this world, or a few people that get rewarded, but everybody gets rewarded. You get rewarded. You know, I was talking to Dallas the other night about karma. And, and he knows, he's familiar, he does a lot of traveling. And in some parts of the world, to be able to go on Steemit and make, a few writings on Steemit, you can make enough money to live. Now you take that and with karma, with the ability to go around and do something good and have you feel good and the person feel good and have everybody raise their consciousness. This is allowing everybody to have an opportunity to make a living doing something like that, to make a living by doing good deeds, by making a living by doing something like that. I mean, not just saying, hey, you got to go work for somebody in a cubicle, or you got to work for some corporation that you're not happy with, or you got to give your life over to these places where you really don't want to be, that you have trouble dragging yourself every day. There's going to be better ways to make a living. There's going to be better ways of doing things on the blockchain, better ways of making it on the blockchain. So that's what we're going to have happen in the future. This is going to be the future. This is what's going on right now. Don't buy into that word, and I think it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Don't go there. Don't even. I mean, I see it every day. You read a little bit, and the next thing you know, this is going on, that's going on. I don't even talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it's not part of my consciousness. My consciousness is way over fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm in this world. I'm living at this time, and everything I do isn't going to be focused on fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm not going to waste a single moment of my life or my time dealing with fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And if that's what you like, if you want to drag your mind down to that gutter and live in that gutter of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, then don't join these communities. Don't join EOS. Don't buy EOS. Don't get an airdrop. Get your $1,200, $1,300 a month Social Security check. Stay at your job, hope for the best, and see what happens, See what happens. But if you want to do something better, if you see something here that you like, then by all means join and be a part of it. I don't think it's that expensive. I think $10 EOS is an amazing price, and I think $1,000 to buy 100 tokens isn't unreasonable for a lot of people. And I think that 100 tokens can be a lot better payday or a lot better investment than doing a lot of things right now that people do. So anyway, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the challenge token. I'm excited about EOS and where it's going. And I'm excited for people that are being involved, getting involved. And that's what these videos are about. These videos are about hopefully getting through to people about getting involved and listening to this and seeing a better way, seeing a better world to live in for everybody, a world literally where you can do a good deed and receive a reward for it, like karma. I mean, this is the kind of ideas that are coming on this platform. These are the kind of ideas that are going to lift people up. These are the kind of ideas that are going to make it a better world that we live in. And after all, that's what we all should be trying to do, is make a better world to live in and make a better world for everybody to be a part of, because that's what I am. That's what I'm about. I love everybody. I love people. I'm not somebody that doesn't like to be around people. I was blessed to want to be around people. I was blessed to be somebody that likes people. I just am. I will talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere, pretty much. And I enjoy it. I don't do it in such a way that I'm not, I gotta be. I've always thought these people are kind of funny that we're celebrities, because they work all their lives to be famous, and then they work all their lives to try to be anonymous. So, I try to be everybody's friend because I like people and I want people to do well. It's just the way some people are, and that's just the way it is. So, kind of a long video tonight, and kind of a video that I just wanted to say a few things. I see a lot of things going on. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement here in the very near future, and I'm really excited about what's happening. There'll be some announcements coming up here in the future. There'll be more announcements about what's going to happen on this platform. I'm going to try to put together a list of the airdrops coming up so we can talk about them. And I'm going to try to talk about these, and I will try to maybe talk to some other people about what they're doing on the platform, because I want to be kind of a sounding board for everybody. I'm kind of a community person that knows a little bit about everything that's going on this platform. I'll try to be on it as much as I can. I know it's going to be difficult the more it grows, but I will try to do as well as I can, keeping everybody updated. But anyway, I appreciate you watching tonight. Thank you very much.